Hello and welcome to another BWhack review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Kyle Larson's HendrickCars.com Darlington Throwback for 2025. So let's take a look at the box. Once again, it's the generic 2025 box. I've said before, I'm very disappointed we don't get anything special for the Darlington cars anymore. They used to have their own box and everything, and now we just get the generic box, but whatever. 2025 NASCAR Cup Series Lionel Racing. Render the car right there. Kyle Larson, Hendrick Motorsports, standard finish. NASCAR Cup Series 2025. They made a total of 1,476 of these things. No shortage of these right now. NASCAR Cup Series, standard finish. NASCAR Cup Series, Lionel Racing. Register your car at Lionel Garage. And you, of course, have your copyright and such on the bottom of the box. Here is the car itself. As you can tell, this is a throwback to Terry Labonte's Kellogg's car from the early 2000s. The Tony the Tiger stripe design. I was always aware of the yellow and red, Cornflakes car growing up, but this was my Kellogg's car growing up as a kid. So I'm really happy to see this because this was definitely, a much more iconic design for me, and it is really cool to see it back. Like I said before, I'm glad somebody at Hendrick finally got it through their head that maybe we can run some really cool throwbacks with Larson, and we'll make a bunch of merchandise and sell a bunch of money and everything. Because it was weird. The first few years of Hendrick with Larson was the throwbacks have been weird. The first year you had that just boring, it was kind of neat that it was Kyle Larson's, original, race car as a kid or something. But, starting off with that is weird. That's, a later down the road car. Logano got his, but it took 10 years with Shell Pennzoil to give him his car. Not the first season with the team, but. Then he ran that, kind of cool, but it was, Tony Stewart's old Hendrick cars design. Like I said, it would look kind of decent, but it was not that far enough away that it was really that great. It was just the Hendrick cars design before, they just used the Ricky Hendrick all the time. But there's plenty of Kellogg's cars to choose from over the years, so please keep doing this. Not that this went well for Larson. In this race, Larson, early in the race, wrecked out of turn 2, went to the inside wall, went to the garage, they repaired the car, he came back out, and then with less than 10 laps to go in the race, he did the exact same thing in the exact same spot and wrecked again. Basically stealing the win away from Ryan Blaney and instead giving it to Denny Hamlin, who stole the win away in the Carl Edwards paint scheme. But anyways, this is definitely cool to have back. Like I said, this is such an iconic paint scheme for a lot of people. This is probably a sign of how old you are, because to some people probably the Cornflakes car is way more iconic, but then to more people this is probably more iconic, to more of the, if you weren't a huge fan growing up in the 90s. But it is really cool and it works very well. I do have all the little touches, as you can see, they put the Hendrick Cars font in the same font as Kellogg's, and instead of Got Milk, you got Cars and stuff. Those are some really nice touches. But anyways, let's get down to sponsors. On the hood, you have HendrickCars.com. Got the extra Chevy bow tie on the hood like the original. That's a nice touch. Got Chevy Camaro ZL1, number 5, and Hendrick Motorsports. Got HendrickCars.com down the side. Got cars. We have over 30,000 online now. Got hiring technicians back there. On the C post, you have Valvoline. And on the B post, you have Chevrolet, Exalta, Cincinnati, Climb, Freightliner, Mack Tools, and Siemens. Got your one winner sticker from... what would that have been? Bristol or at the time? Or Homestead? I don't remember which one he won first. Got Kyle Larson's name on the name rail right there. Got the classic NASCAR logo right there, as well as the Goodyear Blimp 100 Years tires. He's pointing out the yellow seems a little bit weird on this car. The yellow number and everything. It's more greenish. It's it feels like it should be a lot more neon. I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but it's not very neon. It's a very weird shade of yellow. That one's just kind of yellow. I don't even think that one's technically the right color for the Hendrick yellow, but this one seems a little off too. I don't know. On the back, you got HendrickCars.com, again in the Kellogg's font. Got Chevrolet ZL1, number 5, and Valvoline. Got HendrickCars.com on the deck lid in the normal font. This is number 196, nothing on the roof. As you see, they actually did change the opposite side to match the original two. Whereas you can see on this side, it said Got Milk. So in that same font, it says Got Cars. And instead of the rooster, we have over 300,000 online now in that, in the Kellogg's font and also in green and red like the rooster is. That is hilarious. I love that. Other than that, you got the same stuff down the other side. Take a look under the hood. So you got Chevrolet, you got HendrickCars.com, Valvoline, and Wix filters. There's the engine detail if you want to see that. Obviously, no deck lid. The roof flaps, of course, do open. And there's the inside of the car if you want to see that. Now, why don't we take a look at the Terry Labonte real quick while we're here. Like I said, a very iconic paint scheme. There is a better version of this car, which is the Action version, which has the correct metallic blue and everything. Though it is one of the rarest early 2000s primary diecast. Like, I wanted that one, but it is just, like, gone off the face of the earth. And when this car came out, it obviously disappeared even harder. So this is the Team Caliber Owner Series Bank, which honestly, the funny thing about this is kind of the inaccurate color, but since the new one is in metallic, this actually fits better with the new one. So maybe that worked out. I don't know. I will say it would have been funny if they actually did this on the new car, but had like a caricature of Rick Hendrick saying "got cars" or something. That would have been a really funny touch, but I guess they didn't want to do that. I don't know. Anyways, you got Tony the Tiger, Got Milk on the hood, Chevrolet Monte Carlo number 5, and Hendrick Motorsports. Down the side, you got Kellogg's. You got Quaker State GMAC, got Cheez-It and Got Milk with a carton of milk right there. Got 1-800-MARROW.2. On the B post, you got Delphi, Haas, FDS, and Hendrick Motorsports. Terry Labonte's name right there with the Texas logo. So have the old Winston Cup and Bud and everything. It's kind of funny because, like, I remember back then Kellogg's one of those sponsors that was, like, back and forth if they wanted to put, like, Winston Cup and Bud on their diecast or not, just because, you know, there's going to be kids that want this car too. On the back, you got Kellogg's Got Milk. You got some milk spraying out of one of the bottles down there. Got DuPont, The Miracles of Science. Nothing on the roof. And like I said, this one is actually different on the right side too, where you have Got Milk down the side with the rooster. Let's take a look under the hood. This is a Team Caliber Owner Series, so you actually have some very nice engine detail right there. Team Caliber always knew how to put their detail in their cars. Got the tethers and everything. And one thing Team Caliber did good is there's where the bank slot is. Hidden in the back where the fuel cell is. So you don't have the big, huge slot in the window like Action always did. So this way you have a bank, but on a shelf in a display case, you can't tell anything is different about this car. Much better than what Action used to do. The roof flaps would open, but they don't want to budge. Oh well. And there's the inside of the car if you want to see that. As you can see, some nice detail on the bottom as well. But like I said before, it is just really cool to get this paint scheme. Hopefully Hendrick keeps doing some really cool Kellogg's designs and Terry Labonte designs, because like I said, this is so much better than what they used to run for Larson's throwbacks. They said it hasn't really been going well. I'm pretty sure he's wrecked both times in the Kellogg's car, sadly, but he's the greatest driver in the world and wrecked in the same spot, in the same track, in the same race, but whatever. If you want this car to say brand new release, you can get it right now. I would not be surprised if this thing gets rare. Even though they did make a high number of them, that doesn't always mean it's not going to get rare. Like, some people are always like, oh, they made a bunch of them, it's not going to be hard to get. Like, that's not true at all. Especially because the 2024, the original Kellogg's throwback to the Cornflakes car, that one is rare now. I checked before recording this video, and the only one on eBay, or like the cheapest one on eBay, is like about 145 shipped for the 2024 one. So I'd say if you want this car, I would not hesitate to get it. It would be smart to pick it up as soon as possible if you want this car. Remember, for whatever diecast needs, you can go to circlebdiecast.com. If you use the code BWhack, you can get $5 off shipping on any order over $30. So go check it out if you want anything. But I think that's all there is to say. This has been a review of Kyle Larson's Hendrick Cars Darlington Throwback from 2025. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.